Good day, dear friends. 8 o'clock sharp, 8 a.m. Eastern Time sharp. Or as one of you fine folks would say, he never starts. He's always after. Never eat. Never starts. He's always late. I don't know. I just, he's always late. He's late. He's always late. This is free. Yeah, I know it's free, but I don't want the group to know he's always late. He's never here on that time. I know this. Why do I have to be on time? Well, you don't have to be on time, but it's free. It's when I say it. Yeah, I know, but just to let you know, just he says 8 o'clock. I mean 8 o'clock, but not really it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Just want to let you know, he doesn't mean 8 o'clock. You got a problem with that? No, I just don't. You know, you paying for this? Is there anything? Do I owe you? Do I owe you anything for this? No. It's like free government cheese. Hey, they're late. They're late with a handout. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on here? Hey, just want to let you know. It's at 8 o'clock. This is American entitlement at its best. It's who we are. Hey, 8 o'clock. You said he's not here on time. I got here. What's going on? But that's why we're a great country. It's that hubris. It's that hubris. By the way, you notice when I start, I say good morning. Good morning. Some of my favorite shows, two in particular, I like to always, whenever they go live, I catch the beginning. Some of the best stuff, but they haven't mastered how to start the show. And they will do things like, are we on? Are we on? Okay, we gotta get the Twitter. Okay, I got the Twitter on. Okay, are we on? Are we on Hamfist? No. Okay, are we on Rumble? Are we on Rumble? Okay. I don't think we're. Are we on? Jerry, are we on? We're not on? No, we're on. No, I don't think we're on, Jerry. I don't think we're on. And you get the look, okay? You an Odyssey? Yeah. Okay. Are we on Mystery Squirrel? Love that. It adds a texture to everything. It adds a texture that is so beautiful. Well, anyway, welcome, dear friend. Right on time, 8 o'clock. He's normally late. Just want to let you know. He says 8, but he doesn't. He's late. There's 137 days. 137 days. And I sometimes have to pull the car over, even when I'm not driving, to realize, wow. So, my friends, we're going to go through a veritable cacophony, a melange, a myriad, a mosaic of everything. I want to tell you about last night I went to a local meeting of a Republican club. I'm not going to say where it was. It was one of the most fascinating things I've ever. It goes to show me why I'm not a Republican, but it's the only game in town. And when you go to a Republican club in New York, where this is a overwhelmingly Democratic city, you get the most diehard and the most steadfast of adherents. So in any event, dear friends, please make sure he's late. He's normally here on 8 o'clock, but he's not. He says 8, but I sometimes I've had to wait 5 minutes. The nerve of this guy. I know it's free. I'm paying anything for it, but a deal's a deal. Anyway, please make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're a part of this. Make sure you are aware of what's going on. Make sure you are listening. Make sure you like this video. And now, is he going to play the commercial again? You know, I hate these commercials. I know I'm not paying anything for this. I know I know everything has commercials, but I just don't. I complain a lot. I want everything for free. I don't want to have any kind of commitment. But this isn't just a commercial. This is a warning. Do you remember a while back, the world's most famous celebrities and billionaires were outraged because the internet used apps to stalk their flight routes, of their private jets. Remember that? And with these apps, anyone could track the celebrities' flight routes nearly in real time. But new legislation by Congress, of course, has made that illegal, allowing the rich and famous to anonymize their jet flight and make it impossible to track them. Well, unfortunately, when regular citizens like you and me complain about our privacy, the government does nothing about it. That's why I protect my personal data with today's sponsor, Virtual Shield, and I absolutely love the security I get with them. Virtual Shield helps protect my private information, browsing history, and internet activity from cyber criminals, hackers, tech corporations, ISPs, and more. It only takes 2 clicks on my laptop or phone to protect me with their flagship tools like Virtual Shield's VPN, which features anonymous browsing, ad blocking, a strict no-log policy, military-grade encryption, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited devices, and much, much more. Thanks again to Virtual Shield for sponsoring Lionel Nation, and be sure to sign up by visiting virtualshield.com/Lionel, or simply click the link in the description below, because every sign up with that link gets you up to 67% off and a 60-day risk-free trial. Yeah, there he goes with those commercials again. I don't know. I don't know. He's not on time to get the commercials. No, I know I'm not paying for it. No, I understand it's free. No, I know what you're saying. And I know it's entitled. I know that. I know I'm being a pain in the ass. I understand that. I just want everything from, you see, it's about me. Maybe I haven't made this clear enough to you. You see, it's about me. I'm an American. This is who I am. And we want things for us. No inconvenience whatsoever. Does that make any sense to you? Okay. Now, my friends, as I was saying to you, Mrs. L and I went to an event. I'm not going to say where it was because I don't want to embarrass anybody. It was fascinating. And it made me think of a lot of stuff. It was almost like I felt like I was meeting a subversive group. It was one of the boroughs. You went to a church. It was like an AA thing. I've never been to an AA meeting, but I've seen them on TV, and I've always seen these signs, like at churches, we meet in the basement. And you walked into kind of like an old church, and you smell. I like the smell of old, like school. They've got clubs in New York, but they don't have people really paying attention. Okay. So I went to this event with Mrs. L, and we showed up, and it seemed like it was. I don't know if you heard this, but it kind of had the air of like an AA meeting. I don't know if you heard this or not. Is he repeating himself? Yeah. Sometimes he repeats himself. So I want to let you know. I know it's free. No, I know it. No. I just look. I just want to let you know. I know how this thing goes. When we sat down, as I'm listening, I realize nobody really understands how this system works. They're angry. They're that Charlie Kirk kind of, yay, wave flag, and kind of like the Steve Bannon. Oh, we're gonna go that. Alex Jones. Proud to be an American. Play the music. Give me all the trappings. Give me the vexillology. Give me all that stuff. I think it's great. But the more they play that stuff, the less they talk about actual facts and figures in the basics and bases of the country. They don't understand things. I was reading yesterday and a fascinating subject on this thing called the American system. Have any of you ever heard of this thing called the American system? From the days of Henry Clay in the mid-19th century, after World War II, there were three basic components of it, based on kind of an Alexander Hamilton theory. And all the people who claim to have loved Hamilton have no idea who the hell he was. But he's hip. There's basic protective tariffs, a national bank, and what we would call infrastructure, roads, but also canals. Canals were very big within the country. And they had no concept. I mean, if you could bring Henry Clay back and said, do you know we have the Federal Reserve? The what? You mean a national bank? No. The Federal Reserve. You mean a private central bank? You don't have that. Yes, we do. You've got a private central bank? Yes. Who controls the dollar supply? Yes. We go to them to ask for money and they loan us our money. I mean, it's the strangest concept in the world. So as I'm listening to people, I realize nobody knows what the hell they're talking about. I read something which was interesting, which was a series of proposals, pledges that they wanted various candidates to make, it was absurd. Again, because people have this idea of what America is and what it should be, and we have to stand there. I'm sorry. They don't know what they're talking about. How many times have you heard people refer to us as a democracy? I love this thing called the democracy. It's one of those things I love. You do know we are not a democracy. We are a republic, a constitutional republic. And if we can't get that straight, there's no hope for us at all. What is the difference? What is the difference? Well, as you know, one of my dreams, one of my fantasies is to have a summer kind of a summer camp, a boot camp for Americans to explain not history, what year was the Emancipation Proclamation, no. But what does this mean? What do we as Americans think? And the first version of this, the first edification is the notion of a democracy. And you find the greatest stuff on the internets if you know where to look. And this is a wonderful piece, and it has a certain noir, black and white graininess to it, which adds tremendous degrees of a legitimacy. Is he going to get to the point? He does this all the time. He starts introducing these things. I know it's free. I'm just saying. He does this all the time. He won't just play the damn thing. Look, I watch Fox News. The depth I get is Judge Janine, and even she's over my head. So don't, you talk about Henry Clay. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. He does this. He does this. I think I'm going to go watch, I might watch, I don't know, Steve Bannon. He's nice. He has a lot of flags. I like flags. This is the difference between a democracy and a republic.
The people periodically by majority.
Let's go back to this.
A democracy is a political system in which the people periodically by majority vote at the polls select their rulers. The rulers then have absolute power to make whatever laws they please by majority vote among themselves.
It's called tyranny by the majority. That's a democracy. One more time. Listen carefully.
A democracy is a political system in which the people periodically by majority vote at the polls select their rulers. The rulers then have absolute power to make whatever laws they please by majority vote among themselves.
Yes.
In a constitutional republic, the people also by majority vote at the polls select rulers who make laws by majority vote among themselves. But the rulers cannot make any laws they please because the Constitution severely restricts their lawmaking power.
let me say this again. Oh, happy day. The Constitution, not the flag. The Constitution. Did you hear that? Yeah, you never know this, by the way, listening to the jerks on Capitol Hill. They run the show. Okay? Because too many people are watching Judge Janine. I pick on Judge. It's not Judge Janine. It's Charlie Kirk. That guy. Simpleton. We're a bunch of Americans. Hey, turning point. Hey, yeehaw. We're America. Aren't we great? And we're going to go MAGA. Clueless.
The ideal of a democracy is universal equality.
Oh, listen to this. Universal equality is the ideal. Doesn't that sound good? What's wrong with that? But
the ideal of a constitutional republic is individual liberty.
Equality versus liberty. Because you know what? Sometimes you can live in a free country and not everything is equal. And the worst thing is equity. Not everything is equal. Equal potential. We're not equal. We've never been equal. You have the potential to be equal. Some people are smarter, better, taller, shorter, fatter, older, younger, different races, different sexes, different genders, different ideas, different languages. We are not. Equality is this myth. Potential for equal treatment, but we all enjoy the same liberty, the liberty to be unequal.
In this century, great strides have been made toward the goal of subverting our republic and transforming it into a democracy.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
The foremost tactic of the subverters is subversion of language.
Oh my God, this man he speaks through me. This is
By calling America a democracy until people thoughtlessly accept and use the term, totalitarians have obscured the real meaning of American principles of government.
Oh, thank you. This is a rapture. I love this. Oh.
Writers of the Constitution were anxious to safeguard liberty against dictatorship, monarchy they called it. But their chief anxiety was to protect the country against democracy. Edmund Randolph, delegate to the Constitutional Convention from Virginia, said the general object of the convention was to provide a cure for the follies and fury of democracy.
Turning Point USA! Yay! CPAC! Yay! That's the depth. That's it, my friends. That's it. Make-believe, playground republicanism.
Elbridge Gerry and Roger Sherman, delegates from Massachusetts and Connecticut, urged the Constitutional Convention to create a system to eliminate the evils that flow from the excess of democracy.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can make it. This is like intellectual opium. Opium for the soul.
Alexander Hamilton, delegate from New York, said, "We are now forming a Republican government. Real liberty is not found in democracy. If we incline too much to democracy, we shall soon shoot into a monarchy." John Adams, one of the giants of the American Revolutionary period, said, "Democracy will envy all, contend with all, endeavor to pull down all. And when by chance it happens to get the upper hand for a short time, democracy will be revengeful, bloody, and cruel."
Yes. What does that mean? Is that like the tree of liberty with the blood and the don't tread on me? I'm not very good at this. I just know time. And I know that he never starts at 8 o'clock. I just want to let you know. I know I'm redundant. I know I'm being a pain in the ass, but it's true. Just to let you know. And then, yes, I know it's free. Yes, it's free. I know it. Every day pouring his heart out. But that's what we do. We complain. That's part of our democracy.
America was founded not as a democracy, but as a constitutional republic.
Oh, my God. Remember that. Put that on your flag. Wave that, okay? Wave that. You got that?
We pledge allegiance to the republic for which our flag stands, not to a democracy. The Constitution requires a republican form of government for all states, but does not mention democracy, and neither does the Declaration of Independence or the Bill of Rights.
And by the way, this is lowercase Republican. I know what you're thinking. Democrat, democracy, bad. Republican, no. I say the word Catholic, lowercase c, universal. Got it?
Woman asked him what kind of government the convention had given America, and Franklin replied, a republic, if you can keep it. Very old and very wise, Franklin saw through the mists of time to the day when Americans might trade their freedom in a constitutional republic for the promise of government guaranteed equality and security in a democracy. And beyond that, to the day when democracy inevitably degenerates into dictatorship, guaranteeing nothing but poverty and serfdom for the people it robs and rules.
How I am ecstatic. I am windblown. I am, this is rhapsodic. Dear God. It is beauteous. It is beauteous beyond anything. This is it, my friends. And as I sat in the basement of this church with a bunch of good, you should have seen this. It was the most beautiful sight. Chinese Americans talking about gun laws and ammunition, and another person was talking about abortion. It was great. It was pure free speech. It was almost Rockwellian there. And not Rockwell. Sometimes I'm watching you. Is he singing again? Is he? Because sometimes he's not doing that fart thing. I don't know why he does that. I know I'm not paying for this, but I'm just saying he's late. He does the fart thing. He sings, and sometimes he takes too long to say, and he rambles. Sometimes he'll go off into something. I know I'm here every day, and I know I like it, but I just want to complain. Now, my friends, you mentioned the language. Oh, one of the greatest pieces of information I learned in my life was this wonderful piece that was from Groucho Marx. He said, "Are you going to believe me or your lying eyes?" And it's perfect. President Biden is hobbled by decrepitude. He is cascading and collapsing before your very eyes, and did so 2017 when he was talking about blonde hairs and corn pop. I didn't mean corn pop. And the woman, remember, he goes, "I went out for a cool pop. Jesus, I thought somebody was barbecuing. I ain't got time for that." Remember that? What was her name? Sweet Brown or whatever. Put them together. Oh. Now, as you know, cheapskate, cheap fakes are not showing the entire perspective. They show this new when Trump says, I go, look, they're not showing you. See, he walked over and he's talking to the paratroopers. No, he's not. He just veers over and Georgia Maloney says, hey, Joe, Manica, over here, come here. They didn't say, Georgia, he's talking to them. No, he's not talking to them. He's just walking around. And they're trying to tell you, like that Brian Stelter, who was so desperate to come back to CNN. I'll do anything. I won't even do these in my underwear anymore. Please. I know I'm weird. Look, I'll say whatever you want. And I'll push this cheap fake thing, even though I don't believe a word of what I'm saying. Please let me back. Please. Just like Fredo Cuomo. Please let me back on CNN. Please get me out of this. Nobody's watching me. Nobody's watching me. I don't even know. They don't even know. They don't even know I'm on TV. What am I doing? Come on. I'm sorry about the fake weights. I'm sorry. I'm full of it. I know. But let's watch it. Your president, who they're making him walk down because, as he's preparing, they're going to do sleep rhythms. They're going to be tinkering. They're going to be titrating Adderall to find the right witch's brew for him. You've got CIA and Intel chemists working on mind control, kind of like their own version of MK Ultra. Dig this. He is scared. They are petrified. Look at this. Petrified. And by the way, never salute if you are not in uniform. You don't return a salute if you are not in uniform. Eisenhower said this. You don't return a salute. Now, nobody's going to stop you. You quote the commander in chief. Remember, he's not our commander in chief. He's their commander in chief. People in uniform. He can do whatever he wants. But the protocol is you never salute if you're not in uniform. This is axiomatic. But Ronald Reagan started this when he was like doing this stuff and, tip of the hat and all that. He always said, Obama didn't salute. You're not supposed to salute. Now watch this gate. Look at this. Watch him amble. Imagine you're doing a DUI. By the way, I've got Lionel Legal, my other channel. I'm doing one about how to get out of a DUI arrest. Sort of. But mistakes that people make. And field sobriety tests, nobody's ever passed them in the history of mankind. But let's assume you were in a courtroom and you were a jury, and this man was brought before you. Look at his gait and ask yourself, could he have been driving a car? He looked drunk. Look at this. He's all over the place. Got his shoes on with a big sole. And watch the Marines do it. The guy on the left did that. Perfect salute. Look at this. Perfect. The right, not so perfect, but the right. Don't return the salute. If this is your president, look at it. Is this a cheap fake? Is this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, I put so much wonderful things up for you, my friends. So much. I went through and I was pouring through this. I thought, you know what? They'll like that. They'll like it. He does do some good clips, though. You got to hand it to him. I know he's late and he rambles. I know it's free, and I understand. But he does some good clips. I like his clips. They're good. I like them. I'll admit. I know I'm a pain in the ass, but well, thank you very much. Well, thank you. You do some good things every now and then. Not a lot, but some good things.
Joe Biden wants...
Oh, this is wonderful. Yes, this is from a wonderful piece. Read the watermark at the bottom. I can't read it. But you'll see it at the end. This is a wonderful piece. Wonderful.
Joe Biden wants to talk about character. So let's talk about it. What kind of character do you have when your open borders policies lead to tragic, wholly preventable deaths of innocent Americans? What kind of character do you have when you apologize for calling a murderer who shouldn't be in the country illegal, but don't apologize to the family of the woman he murdered? What kind of character do you have when you're willing to turn America's children into prey for violent illegals that you refuse to deport?
Yes.
What kind of character do you have when you see all of these heinous crimes and refuse to stop it? Joe Biden wants to talk about character, so let's keep talking about it.
Western Lensman, that's the piece. Excellent. 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 By the by, let me tell you what they're going to say. That's racist, xenophobic. You're showing the pictures of a man because he's Latino. That's what you're doing. You're pushing against the Latino. Shut up. No, you're xenophobic and he's a Latino. He's a brown person. Anything else? Anything else? This is the story, and these idiots put Mayorkas on TV to say, well, I don't know. You see, my friends, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody. They don't care. You mean nothing to them. Do you hear what I'm saying? You mean nothing. You are just idiots, lunatics, people who don't matter. The other day wrote me again and used the term prepper. And you have no earthly idea how that term, remember when they said health nut? Remember, was it Yule Gibbons or whatever? Tastes like a hickory nut. Like, remember a health nut? What is that? He's a health nut. It was and now people realize no, to be a nut health is a health nut is good or nut health. Make sure you have nut health. Check your nuts, by the way. Know your nuts. That's what I always say. Testicular cancer can be spotted by palpating your testes. So know your nuts, my friend. In any event, they actually look down upon somebody preparing for disaster. Hey, what are you doing? I got to pay my insurance. Oh, there you go again. You and your insurance. You're an insurance nut, right? Always preparing. I think you're a conspiracy theorist. Always looking for terrible things. Well, let me tell you something. If being a prepper is bad, then I'm bad. It's called preparewithlionel.com. It's no longer a question of if something catastrophic is coming, it's when. Now, what are you going to be doing about it to prepare now? Your first step is going to my website, preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. And for a limited time, enjoy their special partner offer. Take $50 off a 4-week or $100 off a 3-month emergency food supply. You decide, but act now. My Patriot Supply is equipped to help you and your family prepare. They've helped over 2 million families already, and they're simply the best. These 4-week starter kits provide over 2,000 calories every day, 16 varieties, 25-year shelf life, breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, everything, you name it. And they're sealed inside 2 rugged waterproof buckets and over 31 pounds of food. But the best deal, what I recommend, is the 3-month supply. But anyway, it's your choice, but act now. Take advantage now, and preparewithlionel.com is where you should go. Preparewithlionel.com. Best advice there is, my friends. Best advice there is. Now, let's move on to some other indicia. It's a plural of indicium. This, I'm sorry if I want to show you this. Let me see if I can go back. Oh, yeah. This is something that I came across. I don't know where I wish Mrs. L could see this. Are you watching this? No. Just watch this. I'm going to show you this thing. Do you remember when 800 numbers and you would call people like, hey, you could be a part of our party line. Remember that? There were all these cheesy things like during the day where lonely people would say, okay, local charges apply. You would have long distance. We don't even have long distance charges. We don't have but you would try to meet people, not the 900 numbers. That was the sex talk, but this was something else. Okay. Little memory lane, folks.
Bored again? Interested in a new way to meet people? Just pick up the phone and call 1-809-544-CHAT. There's a party waiting for you. It's the Party Line. Talk with a new group of friends 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What are you waiting for? Call 1-809-544-CHAT.
I love that. Now, if you had explained this, like, first of all, imagine you come home and go, what are you doing? What do you got that Susie and the Banshees hat of hair? What are you doing? What's this confetti? I'm on the party line. I'm on the party. What? I don't have any friends. You're paying for this? Yeah, I get party lines. I'm telling you. It was so simple. Don't you remember this? It was like, oh my God. It was incredible. It was all these great ads, and Ron Popeil, and ads were great. Now they don't really. Have you seen this new one? He goes, hi, I'm Dr. Lois Splitkin, and and I've got this spray. You don't need to bathe for your ass crack and back. Pits, inguinal area, butt, genitals, gams, loins, pudenda. Don't bathe. Use mine. Lumi, Pumi, Kumi, whatever it's called. I don't know what you just spray this stuff. No need to bathe. It's good for a good 82 hours of continuous funk-free living. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, let's say a homeless. If I have to go a day, I don't even remember, without bathing? No. No, 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 no. I just, no. Mm-mm. Have you heard this new one? That's right. Pitch face. Who came up with this? I had an idea. There was a Mitchum commercial. You know, I didn't use my antiperspirant today, and I may not tomorrow. What? What? Have you ever tried, my friends, to do? You know, it's good to use the non-aluminum. You know, it's good to use the non-aluminum deodorants. Have you tried that? Yeah. Don't use the aluminum. Okay. No, really don't. You know, Alzheimer's. Okay, use this other stuff. Have you ever used the other stuff? You don't realize that maybe, I don't know, your apocrine and eccrine glands work overtime. When you go a full day wearing this phony, I don't know about you, but you think like, oh my God, you smell like a day laborer. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't know why I'm even telling you that. Oh, that's right. Anyway, enough of that. Is he talking about that again? Yeah, I don't know what's with this guy. Really, he talks about that. I know it's free. I know I don't pay any. No, I understand that, but I watch those other shows, and they don't talk about that. I wish they would though, because it's funny. Okay, here's one for you. This is a little something. This is, oh yes, this, you're going to love this. This was actually put out by, I think, the Dems I think they're called communists, to explain deep fakes. Now watch this careful. I'm sorry, cheap fakes.
Video went viral faster than usual. President Biden at the G7 summit in Italy, surrounded by world leaders, appearing to wander off before being pulled back to the group by the Italian prime minister. In reality, another camera angle showed the president was actually trying to greet skydivers who just finished a demonstration. But the Republican National Committee and conservative media quickly amplified the first angle, falsely claiming the president was meandering. The Biden campaign is calling it a, quote, cheap fake.
Let me go back and show you something, okay? I want you to watch this. Right around here, okay? Now, let me explain to you. First, they say he wanted to greet. Let me see if I can explain this to you. You don't walk away to greet people. That's called, I don't know where I am. Where are you going? I'm going to go greet these people. You're going to what? Why are you going? Why is he? No, he's greeting somebody. Okay, that doesn't excuse him. What they're saying is, no, he saw somebody there. It's like saying squirrel or something, okay? Watch this again.
In reality, another camera angle showed the president was actually trying to greet skydivers who just finished a demonstration. But the Republican National Committee and conservative media...
This is let me explain something. And listen to me carefully. It's your Uncle Lenny here. Listen to me carefully, okay? Let me explain this to you. Don't explain things that people have forgotten. Husbands should not do this. Hey, honey, remember last week when I came home late and I reeked of perfume and had lipstick on my collar and I said it was working? Yeah. Well, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, I wanted to clear something up. Why are you bringing this up again? I forgot all about that. Yeah, but I just was thinking, why are you bringing this up? Well, you're right. That was stupid. I mentioned AA before. Somebody said, and I don't know, there is a particular step that they said we have to go back and apologize to people. I think something like that. And I always said, and I had a friend of mine who was doing the program, as they say. You got to do the program, which is it saved more lives. And he was saying, I should go back. I said, I don't know if that's a good idea. Why? Well, a lot of time has passed, and they might have forgotten, and they might not even know it. You might bring up and say, "Wait a minute, you did what to me?" Yeah, I just want to apologize. That was you. I'm just saying. I don't want to speak, but sometimes Some things are better left unsaid. That's just the way it is. I mean, is he doing that again? But see, he does that. He does that. He makes this flatus noise, and he thinks it's funny or something. I do too, but still, that's beside the point. Anywho, now let's talk about the way it should be. This is what Trump should be. Trump, thank God, is off of the courts. We don't care about the courts. We don't care about what happened. We don't care about this. Nobody cares about that. I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to be rude about it, but nobody cares about that. Okay? Sorry. We want to talk about what you're going to do for us. And here he
Joe Biden wants to be the president for illegal aliens, but I will be the president for law-abiding Americans, every background, every walk of life, every race, religion, color, and creed. I'll be the president. I will fight for American workers, not for human traffickers. I will fight for the American dreamers, not the child smugglers and woman smugglers. And I will restore the sovereign borders of the United States of America. So help me God.
Isn't that beautiful? See, that's exactly the way you should do that. That is exactly the way. Keep that up, sir. Give them that. Remind them. Tell them. Put Mayorkas up. Mayorkas has, by the way, Trump calls up the families of the women and people who were killed, or families rather. He does it. They don't. Let people know. Get right down to brass tacks. Don't get too highfalutin. Get right down and explain this. And then you must do this. People love the absurdity of something. Joe Biden is out of his mind. And instead of them coming and saying he's out of his mind, they're saying, oh, no, you're faking it. See, they love this. What are the words they've used? Let's do it. That's misinformation, disinformation, fake news. Actually, that's a Trump term, which he coined. It's hate speech. It's a conspiracy theory. It's dangerous. You've got to trust the science. They'll do things. That's racist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic. They never have the term un-American. They never use that term. It's un-American. They don't even use the term unconstitutional. They talk about DEI. They talk about equality. They talk about a lot of things. My friends, I told you we had a wonderful time, and I wanted so much last night to get up at this meeting. It's very many. I'm not gonna. God bless them and say, what are you people talking about? What are you talking about? Do you understand the rudiments of what this means? Do you understand what the rudiments? What is it that we stand for? Here's one for you. I'm going to do a video of Mrs. L. She has been fighting for. And by the way, all these folks in the child protection world, they steal everything she does. She's been talking about digital safety forever. She tells you, if you go to linswarriors.org, she says, this is how you keep your kids' phone safe. There are tricks. There are routers. There are phones you can buy. You want a phone? Here's a phone. Hey, I can't scroll on this. Right. Yeah, it's not a cell phone. It's a phone. You wanted a phone, right? In case you need me or something. Oh, by the way, it's got a tracking device. Because I'm going to track you all the time. And people always keep their phone with them. Oh, I'm going to track your ass all day long. I can get used to it. Either that or I implant a chip. Which one do you want? Because I'm tracking you. And you know what? Here's your civil liberties. There you go. I'm your parent. I own you. I brought you in, and I'll take you out. That's what Bill Cosby one time said. Bless his heart. So they have these new laws that say, hey, there's this new law that says that you can limit social media. How are you going to do that? Well, they don't tell you anything. It's Kathy Hochul, who's the biggest con artist, because they realize they have to do something because they're losing. So they come up with these half-assed, half-baked ideas, these plans that don't really say anything. These are the biggest bunch of phonies there are. At least thank God they're off the pedophile thing. That's all they were talking about. By the way, do you think this guy, this Ecuadorian, would you call him a pedophile? Who attacked this poor girl? Is that what you'd call him? Is that the word you use? Right? I've been screaming. I said, what are you talking about? Who cares what his interests are? And by the way, you know, sometimes these women who were attacked and battered and sexually abused by people, are they a xenophobe because she happened to be a Chinese? These morons who are out there with all of their yay, they're part of this grade school Republican world to get you to follow them, watch the clicks. They couldn't care less about this stuff because they speak in this grandiose la land about I don't know what. Do me a favor. There's no 1776 anymore. Stop that. Stop this ridiculous. If you want to go with, forget 77. How about post 1812? You want to do that? What? No. Let's talk. I mentioned the American system. You want to talk about that? This notion about of having national sovereignty. They were talking about infrastructure. See, but that doesn't work because you got a bunch of these jadruls out there who stand in front of CPAC, APAC. What's the other one too? There's NARAL. Is that the abortion? I get the PACs all. Be very careful of PACs. When I hear PAC, I go crazy. And by the way, nobody's ever talking about Israel. Nobody. Nothing. Don't do it. Don't go there. Americans don't care. Don't give them too much to think about. It's a very simple thing. This is my message. America, yeah, you don't have a choice. Donald Trump. That's it. Paid for it by me. You don't have any choice. I could talk to you about this. There's no choice here. There's no choice. There's no choice. Raul said, Trump is a warrior and a poet. You know how everybody's a warrior now? But you're correct about that. There is something about him, if you want to get into his personality. There's an obstinacy about him. There's this ruthless obstinacy where he says, I'm going to do whatever I want, and you're not going to tell me otherwise. I love that. So remember something. I don't know why I get this turning point stuff. They creep me out. Sorry, that's kindergarten. That's American politics for people who don't know anything. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, do you remember when if you took somebody from Beijing to Panda Express because they're kind of related, that's turning point. That's that group. It looked they played that music. What is that sounding? That's always the Chinese song. Who wrote that? What's it called? That's like, the Indian song is. What's that song called? And I guess that's Charge. But a Beijing, somebody from China was what is this? It's Chinese food. No, it's not. Well, it's got a little panda. Excuse me. My friend from Brisbane, from Adelaide, Australia, he says he does not understand Outback Steakhouse. What are you talking about? Well, that's what these folks are to the American system, to republicanism. But you know what? If it works, fine. I don't care. Just vote for Trump. But other than that, these are morons. Morons. They don't understand. They don't grasp what this thing is. They think they've cornered it. And let me tell you about these people. You may not like this, but they think they're better than you are. They think they know more than you do, and they're more of an American. Oh, I like Trump. Oh, I like Trump too. Oh, I love Trump too. I love Trump. Have you ever seen somebody who wears a MAGA hat? There's two kinds of people. One who say, I believe in him and this is my, that's fine. The other one who says, I'm one of the Trump people. They wear it like they do a label. Let me explain to you. It's very, very simple. America, you've got no choice here. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Zoroastrian, anarcho-syndicalist. I don't care. Do you want 4 more years of this? Do you want 4 more years of this? That's simple. Ronald Reagan used to ask, are you better off now? No. Do you want 4 more years of this? Do you want 4 more years of Leah Thomas and transgenders and mandates and all? Do you want that? Do you want 4? I would have a commercial that just says, do you want 4 more years? Hell no. That's all I want to have. Very, very simple. Don't give people things to think about. Save your time. Save your time. Not everybody wants to see the flag. Not everybody wants to think of remind people of Trump. Not everybody. Why are you always doing commercials for Trump people? They love him. Not everybody loves him. So what do? I ask you a question. You want 4 more years of this? Yeah. Then at the very end, Trump. That's it. To have him say, God, he's right. Not, oh, Trump. These idiots don't understand that people hate Trump. I know it's hard for you to believe, but they hate him. So what do? You keep putting these ads up with him. I'm proud to be an American. Turn that off. That's for the Trump crowd. I don't care about them. I want somebody who said, you got me there. That's my thing. That's why I know I've won. You got me there. You want 4 more years of this? You want 4 more years? We've been playing the same song. Can I change can we remember when we had albums? Can I turn the album over? We've been playing the first side of Dark Side of the Moon. Can we hear the other, please? I can't take this anymore. It's not that I don't like Pink Floyd. Can we just hear? I can't take it anymore. That's the person I want to talk to. That's the person I would talk to. Do you want 4 more years of this? Simple. Not, are you better off? No, because they'll say, well, in some respect, women have their freedom. Okay, fine. Do you want 4 more years of what's going on? Don't add to it. Don't tell them what it is. Let me explain something to you. A lot of people say, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Women changing in bathrooms, and I don't have that. We don't have that in my school. I don't know what you're talking about. You want me to kick somebody out because Leah Thomas is on a swim team? See, that may make a lot of sense to you, but to a lot of people, it makes no difference at all. Don't go into free speech. Don't go into masks. Don't go into any of that stuff. Don't go after people about how they've destroyed free speech and free market. Look what they did to Mike Lindell. That's still my favorite. Look what they did to him. They did everything. He and Trump. And you know what he's doing now, don't you? All right, dear friends, it's time yet again to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. And yes, I know, a free gift. It's a tautology. So sue me. But first, listen. Check out their $25 extravaganzas. Listen to this. Premium MyPillows, King and Queen, MyPillow 2.0, MyPillow bed sheets, the lowest prices ever. Sandals, slides, and slippers, 6-piece towel sets, 4-pack dish towel sets. Simply and absolutely the best. It is unbelievable. So go to mypillow.com/Lionel or call 800-645-4965 and watch how fast Mike answers the phone. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Simply the best, simply and absolutely the best. During the LBJ Goldwater race, there was, of course, the girl with the daisy chain. Remember that one? Most famous ad ever in the history of political theater. And it was very simple. 10, 9. I'm going to play this again. It's so brilliant. They never mentioned Barry Goldwater one time. Never. You didn't have to. You didn't have to. You know, in the old days, I don't know about now, but when they had Budweiser commercials, they never mentioned the beer. They talked about everything but the beer. Everything. They talked about girls at the beach, people playing volleyball, people in kayaks, the Clydesdales. They never talked about Budweiser. It was a feeling. That's it. There are some times when you see something and you say, I have to have this. One of the greatest commercials of all time was, yet simultaneously one of the worst, was Mamma Mia, that's a summer spacey cut. Remember that? They asked people later, what was that commercial about? And they said, tomato sauce. No, it was Alka-Seltzer. But nobody, believe it or not, you might remember it, but maybe it was a terrible commercial because nobody knew what it was. Ring around the collar, ring around the collar. What was that? Remember that one? Ring around the collar. And the woman, the housewife said, oh, I don't know why. Fred just doesn't like my coffee. A grown woman worried about the coffee. Wrong. Look at this whisk. Wrong. Ring around. Wait a minute. It was whisk. Excuse me. You're right. Pardon me. Not Clorox. You're right. No, whisk is right. See, I did it myself. The best commercial I ever saw was Show Us Your Lark. What was it? Take the commercial. That was it. Hey, show us your lark. And he pulls his pack. It's fantastic. Commercials are something that makes you want to buy it. That's it. If you're not going to want to buy it, I don't know why I want to do it. I don't know. I will never understand legal advertising. We'll fight for you. We'll fight for you. We'll fight for you. Pelvic mesh, we'll fight for you. For what? Pelvic mesh. What the hell's pelvic mesh? Just shut up. We're going to fight for you. Okay, fight for me. All right. I'll fight for you. I used to love the commercials on TV where they would say, Primerican. Ask your doctor. What is it? You see, you used to be the black couple and the white couple. And then we'd have the interracial couple. Call your doctor. What? So a friend of mine, I've known him my whole life. I said, yeah, Rick, yeah, Primerican. What? Can you give me some Primerican? That's estrogen replacement. I don't give a damn. I saw it on TV, and it said Primerican. It said, call your doctor. Because why do you call me? Because it said to call your doctor. He says, no, I tell you what to use. No, it told me. There was a thing one time on Jersey Turnpike, open air MRIs. And this is it. Hello, doctor? Yeah, Rick. Yeah, it's me again. What are you calling me for? Open air MRI. Can I get one? What do you want an MRI for? There was an ad. The ad's for me. Well, why is it on the side of the... So, I don't get it. Sparky says, I can't believe I ate the whole thing. That's right. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Go to bed, Rob. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. That was one of the... And what happened was, after a while, you just thought Alka-Seltzer. One of my favorites is when the name of the company becomes the name of the thing. Xerox. You want to Xerox that? You want to Xerox that? Well, that's okay because Xerox was going to lose its, I think it's trademark or whatever it was, because people were using it as a substitute for the thing itself. I don't know about you, but I call it Scotch tape. It's Scotch tape to me. That's it. Period. Scotch tape. When you were a kid, I don't know about you, but if you had a nana or some abuelo or one of those, the refrigerator was always the Frigidaire. Yeah, Google it. It's another one, right? The Frigidaire. Frigidaire was the refrigerator. Can you think of anything like that? Scotch tape, Frigidaire, maybe not now, but Radar was actually the name. Wasn't it not radar? There was something where it was the name. It was a name. Oh, Sparky's right. Kleenex. You're so right. Boy, you're onto this. Kleenex is the name of any kind of tissue. Period. Here's something which I think is the most important. When we go out, Mrs. L is in charge of paper goods. She calls them paper goods. We always get that we're low on paper goods. Oh my God. Because you don't want to go out, and we go out and we buy certain things. And that's her department. And because I love going to stores. Grocery stores are my favorite. Costco we like, but it's overwhelming sometimes. She has to sit down. Raul Rodriguez says, is it live or is it Memorex? Oh, remember that? Remember the you're right, the fellow, was it Memorex? Who was sitting in the chair with the hair coming back. And what was that? Was that Memorex? Maybe. Well, anyway, everybody has certain things. Toothpaste, maybe you like things. Oh, there's less tartar control because they always keep changing. Oh, more AWOL. Is it for whiter teeth? Aren't they all for whiter teeth? Well, these are the whiter teeth, and this is for and this is for whatever. Okay, but there's one thing. Ella Fitzgerald singing. That's right. There's one thing that you stick to your brand and nothing else. Toilet paper. And the name that I've done this so many times, and the name that most people come up with is Scott Towels or Scott. Now we like the 2-ply Charmin thing. One time we have this thing next to our commode. It's like a tube. It's like a metal thing where you put the rolls in. They're not just like, I love when they stack up the rolls like behind. Do you ever go to somebody's bathroom and say, what are you waiting for? Like a flood? You just have them like stacked up. And there's one place, these, I love this. These people, they are loaded. I mean, apartments, wraparound terrace. You can't believe what you're seeing here. And then to John, wipes and ointment and Jesus. One time there's one place, he had a big industrial sized box of Miralax, a stool softener on their front. It's like, can you hide this? I know it's okay, but so anyway, we have this metal, like a device where you drop the rolls in at a little top. It's sightly. Well, now they came up with these bigger rolls and it won't fit in there. And I'm thinking, this is a problem. We got to get to the bottom of this stuff. But how? Vaseline. Smiling Sue is so right. Vaseline, you are correct. Let's see, what else? God, you're so right. Kleenex, Scotch tape, Vaseline. What else, honey? Another one too, Ed. I got to think about this one. This is something too, which is the most important. Do you remember? Tupperware. Claire, you are so right. Claire, did you ever have a Tupperware party? I think my mother one time had a Tupperware. Oh, Tupperware is moving to, oh my God, to Taiwan. My mother one time had a group of her friends over one time for a Tupperware thing, and I was a kid. Vicks. And I was a kid. I thought, what are these people talking about? Avon calling. Anybody remember the Fuller brush? Band-Aids. Thank you, Skevy. Band-Aids. Upscore, that's not it. There we go. Band-Aids here. Oh, and Carlene says chapstick. Remember Susie Chapstick? Kool-Aid, Ziploc. You were Band-Aids. Yes. You're so smart. You're so smart. WD-40. That's kind of, I mentioned Xerox. Chuck, by the way, Chuck Leonard says, here in the UK, you hoover the carpet. Well, you also drink warm beer, which is a myth, by the way. You hoover it. I like the way in the Brits you say, yes, here we call. There was a man called Worthington. There was a man called Hetherington. Yes, I remember there's a wonderful jazz musician called, we say, named, and Tucker Carlson, to show you how cool he was, says, a man called. One time we had a friend, this was interesting. Well, here we go. Sparky says, Ronald Pope mentioned fridge, which is short for Frigidaire, in the chat. People use the term to this day. You are so correct. Absolutely correct. And you gave credit for that. I have an Irish friend one time. It was so interesting. He said one time, he says, there's a woman. She says, excuse me, can you tell me where the toilet is? I said, ooh, what's the matter? I said, well, you might want to say like the ladies' room or the restroom or the bathroom. What's wrong with that? Well, toilet, you're talking about the actual device itself. And it makes you, and it tells you, like, that's why you want to go. Well, that's why I do want to go. I know. But it has to be euphemistic. I want to wash my hands. I need to powder my nose. Women do that. What? I'm going to powder my nose. You mean you want to go to the can? Yeah, the head. Okay, there we go. I had a friend of mine from Ireland one time. He says, I said, I want you to meet good news, my partner's coming. I said, oh, hey, that's great, Dermot, or whatever your name is. That's great. Your partner, huh? Hey, it's cool. I'm cool with that. That's great. Hey, welcome. Because I didn't know. You ever do that? Like, Jerry. Really? Yeah. Oh, you don't care, but I didn't know. I did not know that. So your partner, what time is your partner coming? 1:30. Huh? 1:30. 1:30. What's that, 0.5? What does that mean? Oh, 1:30. 1:30. 1:30. I got to get to the bottom of this one. What's your partner's name? He said, Camel. Camel? Camel. I never say this. Now listen, Charlie, Icebox is not a brand. I love you, Charlie, but Icebox is not a brand. Unless it is, and I don't know about that. Thermos is another one. So anyway, I said, Camel? And they also do this, Irish. They say, which sounds like, Instead of saying, or they say, Not say, some do. So I'm thinking the guy's deaf. He's deaf, he's gay, and his boyfriend's name is Camel. Okay, what are you going to do? Not that there's anything wrong with him, mind you. Go, Camel? I said Camel? What is he, deaf? What the? So anyway, so he says, there's my partner now. And the crowd, I said, oh, Camel? I said Camel? I look, and this woman walks up, and I'm looking for a camel. I'm like a dromedary or something. He says, here's Camel. It was Carmel. I'm looking for a camel, some dude. Anyway, not that there's anything wrong with it. Sparky says she could have said she could have referred to or shatter for those shadubi for those in the UK who use the past tense of shat. Who is the black private dick who's the sex machine to all the chicks? Shot. You're damn right. I'm just talking about shot. Anyway. All right, dear friends. What a fun time this was, huh? What a fun time. We're going to do a video. Oh, we're going to do that one. I want you to do that. But I'm going to do our new one we're going to do a new one. We're going to do anyway. All right, dear friends. You have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change me then, sister. Yes, we should have Mrs. out tonight. Let's plan on doing it tonight because she's got to give you an update on what's happening. This is so critical and how these rat bastards in government are doing nothing to protect us and our kids. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Thank you so much. And to our dear friends, to Sparky, Mr. Calais, Chuck Landreth from the UK, you hoover the carpet. Raul Rodriguez, thank you. You're great. Have a wonderful and glorious day. See you tonight at 8 p.m. with special guest Mrs. L. And until then, my friends, remember these fabulous words: the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Tete.